You the preacher?
You looking to get baptized?
There's nothing in this church that belongs to you other than the sin you brought in.
Hey, Jeff.
What's up,
Hey, Jeffrey.
Casper?
How you doing?
It's good to see you again, buddy. How are you?
Hey, you too. I like the poster you got up there.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know how to do it right. I'm a Western fanatic. You're in Western, so Guns of Redemption. Such a thrill to talk to you, man. Congratulations. What an awesome Western. So it's just all the classic tropes, just everything. You just check the boxes. I love it. So
Oh,
congratulations.
thank you. So my favorite genre is westerns. I watch a western almost every day when I'm
Yes.
not working. Even when I'm working, sometimes I have to watch it. It's like my you know, cool down or whatever, or my meditation in a way. I love westerns. I watch them over and over again. I read this one. I went, oh my God, this is written so well. And then when I started making, I'm like, oh my God, we're doing such a good job. I haven't seen it yet though. So I'm
Oh,
great. Yeah, I haven't seen it
what?
yet.
Okay.
I know.
Well, you're gonna love it. I'm a critic, trust me. So you're gonna love
Good.
it.
I'm gonna take your word for it. Jeffrey Howard said it's good.
Absolutely. Now, like most Westerns and drifters and most Westerns, they have a past. So what is Luke trying to escape from in Guns of Redemption?
Well, he's got a deep past. Well, first of all, he fought for the Confederacy. So, when you lose a war, I can only imagine, and then now you're written out as the bad guys, you're gonna feel that. So these people it's something they had to live with too, on being that. But then also in a war, whether you're on the good side or the bad side, either side, people have made choices that they're not gonna be able to live with. They're hard choices, or they're difficult choices they have to live with, and it's changed you. Killing a man, I would imagine, would change you as a human being. So once you've done that, once you've gone that, then trying to find redemption, trying to find a way to clear your conscience for that, it's got to be so difficult. And I applaud the military men that have, making that sacrifice in the real world for us. But I can only imagine what these people were going through with that in that day and age. So I tried to look at this, and only way I can relate to it personally is as I'm sober for 30 years, and so some of the choices I made when I was younger and dumber and made a lot of mistakes, I'm try to make amends for and try to grow from and try to be a better person. So I tried to use that as what I would do as this character to try to grow from whatever he did in his past, whatever struggles he felt wronged about doing, whatever he had to do to fight for what he was trying to do, which was on the losing side too, which the Confederacy is not the winner ever in the way it's usually played. So
Yes.
this guy is not saying that all of a sudden the Confederates are right. He's just his choice of trying to come to terms with becoming a better man and human. And then having Sean Astin in that character. Sean is a really good man in general, and also he played it so well. And having him, play that scene that he's come through something, especially when he comes out with a gun, you're like, wait a minute, he knows what he's doing. It just was impressive for me. I loved it. I loved reading the script, and I loved riding the horse. I'm really good on a horse. I was given my first horse when I was 22, and I rode him. I rode her every day for 3 years, and so I've done a lot of my own horse stunts and movies. So I really do know how to ride. Not like some of the guys like Wilder Smith, who owned the horse in this one, it was 4A Smith's son and played younger him in Yellowstone. He's in the movie too, but he's the most incredible horseman. But I do know how to ride pretty good, and I did own my own horses and I did break it from the track, so I
Well,
did learn how to ride pretty
well,
good.
that's what I was kind of like watching when I watch people making westerns today. You don't want a hint of it's a modern western. You know what I mean? You want to see that you want to be transported back 100 years ago. People with good-looking teeth or like, oh, their clothes are too clean. Things
Oh
like
yeah.
that. And so this movie, everyone's down and dirty. Especially, aren't you glad you live in modern times? Because your surgery scene, I was like cringing. Because
Oh,
that was just. I mean, it wasn't too hard to imagine being shot and being dug into, were you?
it was, that was my most nervous scene about all of it, was because I was like, oh, how am I going to do that? That's just like, you look at Bill Paxton in Tombstone and how great he did in that, and you're like looking at, so you remember these other things and you're going, I don't want to, that was probably my thing I was most nervous about, was that one, because, that's, you know, being shot and having that surgery, what they had to go through, then they weren't clean, they weren't everything you
Oh,
get.
your chance of survival were almost 5% or something, every
Yeah, not
20%.
good.
Yeah.
So all that, and then that struggle through a whole film, and then everything, even getting shot again.
Yeah.
Like it's like this. My character is going for redemption, but then getting shot, then
Yeah.
going for redemption and getting shot, and
Right.
so it's like he was not in a good place. Getting
Yeah.
blown up in the one thing, getting thrown up by a cannon. It's just a tough ride all the way around. But
And, considering behind me here, I mean, this movie looked gorgeous. I mean, tell me about some of the locations you were on because it looked like pristine Western territory. It looked beautiful.
Well, that field that you're over right now, that is actually where they did the Battle for the Bridge. So there's a big every year they do a reenactment with the North and the South uh, for the Civil War reenactments, and that field is where thousands and thousands of people lost their lives. Both sides. There was I think it was like there were like 900 Union soldiers, or maybe it's 300 and something Union soldiers, and 3,500
Wow.
Confederate soldiers. And they actually, Confederates won that one. Later, they lost the war, of course, but I think that, it was a big victory for them. And there's a bridge down there still, and they have a plaque up down there. And one of the soldiers gave me a bullet from there. From the Union thing, I gave it to my nephew because he's a huge Civil War fan, and I showed him it, and he's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you have something like that." And I go, "Well, it's yours now."
Too
So,
cool.
but it was in that I'm galloping across that, and there's one scene where, and I don't know if it's in the movie because I haven't seen it yet.
Right, right.
So, but I'm galloping, and as I'm galloping, this turkey just flies up in front of me and just flies right in front of the horse and keeps going like this right in front of me, and then it just goes off, and I'm just galloping across the field. It came on camera, but I don't know if they used it in the picture. I have no idea. I haven't seen it yet, so we'll see.
And you know what? Since me and you are big Western fanatics, I mean, I like watch Gunsmoke every day. That's how I unwind. I watch Gunsmoke. But
Oh my God, that's awesome.
in that
I
great,
love
but
Gunsmoke.
I do too. But in the news today, we lost
Ah,
Gene Hackman and Unforgiven, one of the greatest sheriff roles of all time. I mean, I think of him in so many different movies, but Unforgiven just keeps coming back, you know?
yeah, The Quick and the Dead. I mean, he's
Yes.
been, yeah. I mean, he's just an incredible. You're talking about an iconic actor. What a incredible career he's had, and what an incredible actor he is and always will be. And I mean, his Lex Luthor is always going to be my
Yes.
favorite forever.
Popeye Doyle.
So yeah, Popeye Doyle. Oh my God,
We
yeah,
could
come
sit here all
on.
day, just go through his career all
Yeah,
day.
yeah, we never get old. We never get
No.
tired or whatever. Yeah, we could spend a whole episode on that. Yeah, what a great loss. But also a great win that we got to have him for so long.
Absolutely. Hey, well, Casper, I know you're in demand today. Congratulations on Guns of Redemption. I always appreciate your time. Let's talk again soon, and thank you so much. I
Hey,
appreciate
Jeffrey,
it.
thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you put that up with everything behind it. That's awesome. I love what you did. And just I'm glad you loved it. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited, and I'm excited it's going to be in some theaters. I hope people go. I'm going to try to promote it because I want them to go to the mom and pop ones, but it's only in certain areas. So I don't know
Well,
if you're
I'll get
if
the
you
word out. Don't worry. I'll get the
all
word.
right. Where are you allocated anyhow?
I'm in Las Vegas. You got to come visit us.
Oh yeah, Vegas. Oh yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, it's not in Vegas. The closest one is in Riverside, so not too far.
Yeah. Well, I'll
So,
still get the word out, though. I
all right.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate it.